Okay, so we're looking at the Chad Kroeger signature Les Paul, and maybe you don't know who Chad Kroeger is. He's the singer and guitar player, rhythm, I think, mostly, of the band Nickelback, who is much reviled on the internet and panned on constantly. I'm not really super familiar with their work. I know some of their songs, but what I've heard isn't that terrible compared to other things out there. And I have a friend that likes them quite a bit, and I think they really got a bad rap. And he, in particular, has got a lot of unfair treatment due to internet abuse, I guess you would call it. But this Blackwater guitar, which is his signature, is just stunning, and I was taken by it as soon as I saw it. I didn't know whose it was. I'm in a band called Blackwater, so this this guitar really spoke to me, and I just really dug the look. And I didn't even know about the piezo acoustic type pickup that's built into the bridge on this thing. So that was an added bonus that I'm going to demonstrate here. And here are some of the specs from Gibson that just talk about the neck profile, the fret radius, the binding style. The nut is Korean, mother pearl. And of course, the Ghost Resomax bridge there that they mentioned. So it's got a lot of nice additions and modifications, at least in my opinion. You guys tell me what you think about it. But here's the area where Kevin Swaim touched up the finish, and that was the really most offensive spot. There was a really deep gouge there. You can barely see it there in the middle of those pickups, and it really blends well, I think, with the flame top that exists already. So it's virtually disappeared, which props to Kevin. Great job on that. And the other little spots, very difficult to see dead on, straight on, but you can kind of see them in the right light, which, it's much better than it was. So here's kind of a flyover of the beautiful body and just the great classic look of this guitar on the flame maple top. The controls are a little different on this. They're set up to accommodate the piezo pickup and apparently Chad's preferences on volume locations for the pickups, which I also share on a lot of my guitars. I'll talk about that in a minute. Typical headstock, really nice Gibson inlay on this one. And the Blackwater in cursive truss rod cover, which of course is exclusive to this guitar. Really, really nice with Grover locking tuners as well, which, man, I'm a fan of those locking tuners, especially the Grovers. I don't love the Spurzl locking tuners, really. They're kind of clunky, and you got to drill a couple holes for the positioning of those things. So I know they were the original ones, and my buddy Shason likes those a lot. I mean, they're quality machine heads, but they're kind of heavy too. I really like the hip shot ones that have the no mount, universal mount. So here are the controls, and just kind of go over them. The normal one for the neck is the bridge volume, and the normal one for the bridge is the neck volume. They have a shared tone. That the bottom one that's normally for the bridge is the shared tone, and then the piezo has its own dedicated volume. So that's pretty cool. I like having the bridge volume closest to me because that's the pickup that I normally use most of the time. So here you can see another kind of flyover of that repaired area that just really turned out well. I couldn't be happier with the job that he did there. And, without refinishing the whole thing, it really, really blends in nicely. And so you can see the wires underneath that Ghost Reso piezo bridge, which I think does a really great job of emulating an acoustic guitar sound. And I'll go through the paces on that later on the demo and be able to blend in the other pickups. That it's really useful and provides a rich, full sound. Another exclusive to this guitar is the star fret markers. So in addition to the dots on the binding, there's some stars actually painted on, so you can see very clearly in low stage lighting where you're playing on the guitar, which I think is actually useful and kind of cool design, you know. A lot of people hate that stuff, but I think it's pretty cool. And you can see here those locking Kroeger tuners from the back. Really good design on those tuners, and they look sharp too, so you know, it helps keep things in tune, keeps string slack from being an issue. So without further ado, let's take this thing through the paces. Thanks.